worth all of the $4.
Thing's actually pretty weighty.
It's 1 pound, I think. The sticker's probably gone.
That's terrible.
It was $4.
I mean, you could say you have an anvil here.
I actually was disappointed they didn't have a mini vise. I was going to unbolt Clinton's vise and screw it down and hide that.
Well, starting breakfast off right. All we're missing are cigarettes. Anyway, the plan today.
Did you get 2 of these?
I did.
It's on 1.
Those motherfuckers. I'm pissed off now. They didn't give me 2 of my wraps. They only gave me 1. Anyway. Never going there again now.
Yeah, I don't go that one normally. They're retards.
Oh yeah. Okay, so ordered an extra large steep tea double double. Got a large steep tea double double. Ordered 2 wraps. Got 1 wrap.
There's no tomato. That's impressive.
Wow. They didn't mess up one thing. 1 item. Anyway, we're gonna pull this mousy smelling interior out and throw it somewhere. And then I guess try and pull the carpet out and go wash it at the car wash. I think that's about it for today because I don't have the ECU and I don't have the wiring harness that we can run. That's later date. Later problems. Alright, so I guess we're ready to dig into some mouse shit.
Yeah, my plan was to watch you do it, actually.
What a guy. Pulled the carpet out of here. Still some insulation left behind. Man, was that nasty. So, I guess try and clean it up the best I can. Now I can access the wires at least. It was literally a storage bin, as you can tell. What Zach is working on is this is the crash bar we're going to be using. And one of the studs broke off. So he's trying to get that fixed up. And it was hit once, so it's a little bent, but that doesn't matter. So we're going to use that as the intercooler bracket. We're probably gonna have to notch it out for the turbo because it sticks out pretty far, but so what are you working on the lathe here?
New stud. For the hole.
That used to be a bolt, hey?
Yeah. I'll push it in the hole I drove through the other one and weld it in.
So the other one did push out?
No, I drilled through it.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm just going to weld this one into the hole for that one.
Couldn't even tell. It's pretty decent. So this is where your nut would go because there's a stud on the vehicle, I think, isn't there?
No.
No, there's a bolt. So now the mock-up, right? Where do we have to cut to fit the turbo?
Where the turbo is? All of it. Like, all the way to the outer skin of it.
Is that how far it sticks out?
Yeah, pretty much. Which way is that?
That way is up there. Yep, that's up.
So you just roll it.
It's actually not that bad.
Yeah. All the way to the surface, pretty much.
Yep. Because then that'll be the intercooler mount. You can cut these tabs off if you have to. Because those are meant for, I don't even think this bumper has that anymore. Yeah, they're gone. So those tabs aren't even there on the bumper anymore. So you can cut those off because they're definitely not needed. These just hold the bumper skin on. So as long as you have most of them.
Yeah, we should move this stuff and put this on and then put the bumper on and see if that cuts taller than this even.
Had to, you know, massage the mounts into place.
Yeah, they've been slightly bent over the years.
It's a lot more flush than it used to be. Some
Cars
fucking
dropping shit all over my garage. sounds pretty bad.
I mean, when you tighten some nuts, it'll flatten it.
Sort of, not really. Close enough.
The grill is not very centered in this anymore. I don't even have the clips for the edges.
They don't. Well, they're on here still.
I know, but they're not on the fenders.
No, that part's on here.
Oh, on that one and that
Both
one.
sides. They don't stay in. The holes are too big. Well, I should say the clip's too worn out. That's why I was zip tying it on. They just fall off immediately.
Oh, okay. And then
You know what's terrible? That's how much this rad sport's bent. Because I mean, you can see it's very bent.
yeah, I mean we can massage that into place. You want to hand me a couple bolts too?
Just put one. Just put in that one.
This one?
Yeah.
Where's your 10 mil zapper on? I'll go get the impact. How bad is it on that side?
Well, they actually will go into place. If you look at them wrong, they just fall off. That's all. Just don't touch it. We'll look at it.
I mean, there's supposed to be a stud on the back side of the upper bumper grill. Don't want the headlights.
I think these have to go on before the fenders and the bumper.
Fuck a jammer in there, bud.
You're gonna make the clips fall off, Kevin.
Mint.
This is why I don't let you work on your own stuff.
You said you let me?
I mean, this is also bent down and in all the wrong directions.
The fender's in the way.
Yeah, because the fender's
How'd you
bent.
get yours in?
Don't worry about it.
Look at the difference.
It's because this is down too low too, because it's all bent.
I mean, that's what a ratchet strap in. Oh, you don't have a roof beam.
There's gas line.
There's gas lines. We definitely scratched strap. I mean, there is this. We just have to put it right here.
That's sketchier than the gas line. This side really doesn't fit.
Oh, this side popped out.
Probably.
We'll fix that after. Test fit successful, I guess. Oh, this side of the intercooler is out a little far.
Yeah, the lower rad support's in the way. It has to get cut out. I don't know how they had it on there before. They must have modified the intercooler.
So, big fucking hole saw and cone filter, or just corner marker out?
Just replace your hood and that's with it.
I think, like, see that coming down the road like that?
So that's supposed to intimidate other geometros.
Yes.
I thought that's what the intercooler is for.
No, that's just, every day. All of them should have that. Hey, I forgot about my drink. Oops. I forgot I was holding it.
Probably cost $2 at some point in time.
Yeah, one point in time, this is a $2 filter. It's lifetime though. Remember that.
Yeah, because it's red, but it's not actually K&N because K&Ns aren't red until you put oil on them.
Yeah, I know. I actually have the K&N cleaner kits. I don't even have a K&N filter, and I have those. Well, what's our point that we're at?
The point where now we got those headlights stuck in those holes, we gotta get them back out.
Gotta pull the bumper off. So we gotta pull the nuts off the back of the bumper, which is actually not hard to get to because there's no fucking anything in the way.
Oh yeah, you're right. Those two tabs have to get cut off.
Yeah. Because they're in the way of the intercooler.
How did you get this stuck?
I don't know, I just put it in there. Here, I can pull the bumper off right now.
No, take it off that way. The intercooler will fall and stuff.
Fine, I'll put it back on. Because remember, it's bolted down. Oh, I see how you just fucking fucked her right up, didn't you?
A little bit.
Waiting for
I
you to
bent that up to get it the rest of the way. That side didn't even do it though. It's just because it's bent so bad.
Yeah, this car has seen better days, but that's why it's okay to cut up to make, you know, sort of fast. Sort of.
I'll race you with my 78 Kawasaki.
You're on.
It might be close.
It probably would. But that thing won't hold up. That thing will... The diff will blow apart, I know it.
Minor details. Just
There, now it's at race car spec. Wires dangling everywhere. No carpet, no seats. You don't even race the seats, you just sit on the floor.
that's even better.
What's that?
Gotta race this against your 4-cylinder.
I'm gonna need a driver.
Yeah. Drive it.
Well, I mean, I
Blur
am...
out my face so no one sees me in the geometric.
You only want to work on them, you don't want to drive one.
You said I want to work on them.
I mean, you are right now.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, isn't it?
So, I think that'll be the first race for this thing. Would be the GTI versus a turbo 3-cylinder.
Should race all three of them actually. First the convertible too.
Yeah.
In a row down
Fact.
Main Street because you won't break the speed limit anyways.
Go to Mexico with it.
That's a long drive. I don't think they'll make it. Any of them.
All right, now try to put the turbo in there.
It doesn't fit.
Prove it.
Well, I mean. See if it's good. Yeah, it's about par.
Isn't it nice to have vehicles that parts just fall off?
Yeah, see, it's good.
Mint. Goodbye, tabs.
But did I cut the right one?
Yes. The only ones on the bottom that face straight down,
Yeah.
those are the only ones that need to be cut. All the other ones aren't in the way. Those ones are directly in the way of the intercooler.
Before I start on them.
I mean, if we took something to straighten up this side of the bash bar, it wouldn't be hard. Yeah, it would actually. It's pretty bowed in. It's pinched straight shut.
It's only the front.
We're putting a crashed crash bar on the front of a crashed car.
Don't crash. I'll call you a Mustang.
I haven't fucking crashed one of these. People crashed into me. There's a difference.
Driving too close to Mustangs.
What are you talking about? It was a Ford Expedition. Rear-ended me.
Basically a Mustang.
I was sitting on 11th Street. I think that's what it was. 11th Street? Yeah, probably. 11th Street. Trying to turn left into Vern's Place. Waiting for traffic to go by. Next, out of nowhere, I hear a bang. Then I noticed I'm on the other side of the road on the sidewalk. Yeah, see, you right from here on the back side of this, you can just put a piece of flat bar. Then you got your mounts for the intercooler.
Pretty much. And then there's this. I don't even know what to do about that.
Nothing. Send it.
No. Cut it off.
Yeah, I don't actually know why. Like, I know why this part is all hacked up. That's because from the turbo being there and how they built it originally, they actually had to move the whole radiator over.
Well, no, they moved the radiator this way so that the boost tube.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's what it was.
But
So
they angled it forward so the fan will clear the clutch. Oh.
yeah, remember, there's nothing in there. Just throw-out bearing. Maybe there's a throw-out bearing in there. I don't know.
Something's in there. Hit something.
That's throw-out bearing.
Where'd the cone filter go? Over there. Where you threw
I put it back.
Oh.
I actually was nice about it and put it back after I threw it on the ground. You can have the boost tube pointed straight at this thing, and then we could just cut this out for this to sit in there, facing like this, but countersunk inwards, right?
Yeah,
So
countersink it in straight.
yeah, because that you can hole saw right through
I
and
think
just
we got to put one of them eBay halos on the tip of it then to make it like a Dodge
light up.
Demon.
Yeah, like you got one fog light on the one side, and then the halo is your other fog light.
You need a round fog light with a matching halo though, just to make fun of Dodge.
Yeah, Hellcat.
Or even better, we'll just put a fake filter on the other side with the same thing.
Just countersink both sides. Only one's hooked up.
Yeah, it's for when it gets dirty, you switch them.
It'll get dirty either way. It's Canada.
Not as dirty.
What's going to happen if I try driving that in slush?
The same thing that happens to mine. The car stalls.
I thought you were going to say, you don't.
Oh, it's fine as long as the RPM's high enough.
I'm going to race your mini bike with this car.
I'll win for the first walk or two.
Yeah, you'll win, definitely. I know that for a fact.
I can keep it from not flipping over. But
Yeah,
I'm
so-
back, I should be able.
I don't think they know anything about this bike. So this was a Chinese pocket bike. It was actually one of the better ones because it actually had tubing for a frame. And anyway, I had the frame. It was from another pocket bike I had, and I built. Well, he helped me build a drift trike and trade
Right.
of the frame. So I gave him the frame. He literally extended it 2 inches. And originally it was a 125 on it. And now it's a 150. And they're both 4 speeds.
You say it was a 30 cc, and then a 125. Now it's a 150.
49 cc,
Yeah.
125, and then a 150. And the 125 and the 150 both had the, what was it? 4-speed tranny.
Yeah, they're both 4 speed.
This is the second back wheel on this thing.
They're,
Third? Oh, because you broke one trying to change the tire, right?
yeah.
So first one, it broke because of torque.
I probably have pictures on my old phone.
But, so anyway, back wheel broke from torque. The sprocket broke all the bolt holes. And then the second wheel, he tried changing this slick onto. Broke the wheel. And then this one's just still holding up. So it's carbureted 150. Getting that battery out looks like fun.
Yeah, it's completely dead too. You gotta take the carburetor off.
Oh, you have to slide it forward.
It might fit with just the air filter off.
So, yeah, so it's a 150 carbureted. Has an oil cooler on it even in the front.
Yeah, hydraulic brakes.
Headlights, brake lights, signal lights.
Yeah.
And
Booster cables, Kevin?
not on me. Got kickstart, foot brake, shifter on this side, your clutch, your front brake. Yeah. Hydraulic brakes on top of that, right?
Yeah.
So here's the brake upgrades. Hydraulic brakes, big chain drive. This thing weighs a pretty penny now.
Yeah, I should really weigh it.
Should get one of those hanging scales and just hang it off your beam. Well, we'll get a video of this thing one day. Like we'll actually do like, oh, this is kind of like the walk around for it now, but we'll come back to it, revisit it. We'll have one dedicated video. Here's the fuel tank if you're wondering. Pop these out, fill it up. So this is where we're going to end this one off. So you can see he's making room for the turbo on the crash bar. Looks not too bad so far. Probably gonna look better when it's done.
Yeah, got beat it with a hammer a couple thousand more times.
So anyway, got it. I went and washed the carpet so we can reuse it later. It's not in the best shape, but it's still a carpet if we end up using it. Have to come back, you know, actually wash this thing out with like something.
I've tote somewhere where there's a hose.
Yeah. Probably do it in my place when it gets warmer. That, or we can just take it to the pressure washer place down the road and then just chop back all the water out. Okay.
Yeah.
Too much sound deadening. Don't have any drain holes anymore. Anyway. Guess this is as far as we're gonna get now. Look at that.
Yeah, it even fits.
Fits great. Fuck, you didn't even have to go that deep in.
Well, we want some sort of heat shield around the turbo.
True. From the bumper, yep. So we're just gotta wait on the ECU. And then as soon as we get the ECU in here, we get some wiring done and get some sensors, figure out which sensors we're gonna use. Figure out an intake. system. Like, well, we got intake manifold. I'm talking about like everything after that, because I got an intake with oversized throttle body on it, and we have to figure out from there. So anyway, that's where we're gonna end it. So I'll see you on the next one. If you like what you see, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts, and have a good one.